Well, today's the 30th of October 2023 and we come down to Porto Cristo because the weather was not so good and we thought we would go to the Caves of Drac where we can be in shelter. Unfortunately, Caves of Drac is fully booked up for this morning and so we would have to go sometime this afternoon. We've booked in for 3 o'clock, so we've come for a walk in the rain around Porto Cristo and it is raining. So you might say it's perfect weather for ducks, and there are some ducks here. This is a little bridge over, and I don't think I've ever seen the water so high. It's really strange. We drove over this little bridge here earlier on, and the water was rushing this way. It's almost as though we've got a tidal push of the water. So it's not really that much of the tide. I just spotted those steps going up there, gentlemen walking up them, nicely painted. So it's brollies out, folks, and well, can't imagine there's many people who are going to be walking around in the rain. One slightly disturbing thing is we saw a sign for free parking, and so we've parked up, and then a man come to us asking for money. It's free parking. So I do worry when I see things like that. So yeah, you can see all the boats are quite high here. Restaurants open, but there's no clients at the moment. It's just after 11 o'clock in the morning, and well, I suppose it is a little bit early. Can I fit through there? Just. I've been here many times, I suppose, in the past. I've been to the Caves of Drac before. I think the last time I came was with my brother. That's quite a long time ago. And we did stop off in one of these restaurants and I had a meal. Since then, in recent years, I've read some really quite disturbing news about the restaurants as well. Or the odd restaurant, I don't know which ones it is, which one it is, but tending to rip people off. Well, hopefully that's been and gone and they've learnt the lesson. It seems to be quite nice, these restaurants.
Those prices are not bad for this.
Yeah. We just had a really big breakfast in the hotel, so I'm not thinking that we're going to have anything at lunchtime at all. If we do, it'll be a coffee and something very small, because we've got dinner again in the hotel tonight. So Porto Cristo, from where we were, 10-15 minutes, not far in the car at all. Council workers there cleaning off the promenade. And we've already noticed hotels closed down here already. It's an interesting pile of chairs. Park for the children. So we walk that way around and then we won't get our feet wet when they spray us with their high pressure guns.
Go and find some shops.
They're all closed today, dear. Probably not. Today's Monday. And this is Plaza Francesc Ramis Music, 1921 to 1993. And when we got to the Caves of Drac, it was very busy. Obviously, lots of people had the same idea as us, and we thought it's safer just to wait till the afternoon, so we can do that quite easily. That will be 3 o'clock. It says it's an hour's walk around, and so we'll be finished by 4 o'clock, and then we can go back to the hotel, relax there for the afternoon. Porto Cristo, a beautiful port. None of the mega yachts that you'd see in some of the other places. Lots of little boats there, and very sheltered. The opening to the sea is further around here. It's nice that you can walk comfortably close to where the boats are. Yeah, it's very quiet. Looks like we're the only people in Porto Cristo. It's like a little history as you walk along. Photographs.
Past to the present, it's saying.
And it's actually in 3 languages. This picture's from 1848, and they began the work on the bridge. This is 1889. The Paulines family from Palma still lived in one of the yachts. It's a boat. And they lived in the caves as well.
There's people at church.
It's the first church, small church, built between 10th of May 1890, and it was blessed on the 10th of July 1890. In 1916, remarkable event took place, the foundation of the convent of the Sisters of Charity in the port. And slowly people got used to taking the sea for bathing.
This is the women's beach.
Ooh. And then the first tourists come, and the place changes a lot. It's 20th century. 1890, the Town Hall of Manacor gave permission to establish a telegraph line between the town and the port. (1896), Mr. Martel and his assistant Mr. Arnaud lodged in the guest house of Philip. That's really interesting. Oh, there's Hotel Philip. In 1924, chemical engineer Mr. Washington Rossi explains his
Wish
to install a power station in Porto Cristo to supply light and power to the inhabitants. I think the rain's going off a bit now. No blue skies. I've just been speaking to a friend who's in Santa Ponsa, and he's told me it's stopped raining there, so maybe it's stopped raining here for the time being. So here we can see all the fishing nets, so it's still a working harbour as well, and very well protected because we've got the opening to the sea round the corner there. There's a jolly big catamaran over there.
It is, isn't it?
I wonder who that belongs to.
Why, do you know?
Hmm?
Do you know?
I'm going to have a guess. Catamaran that size over here. I think it might be. Could that be Rafa's?
Is it?
I don't know. It's big. Rafa Nadal. We're on his side of the island, and he does have a house somewhere over here he's just had built.
You think it is?
I don't know. It's a guess. But that's a very big boat.
It hasn't got a name on it, has it?
So I'll just checked, but yes, that's Rafa Nadal's catamaran. 80 Sunreef is what it's referred to as. Been in the press. It's a nice vessel it is.
It looks very nice, doesn't it?
And reports are suggesting that he's going to get back into action and be playing tennis again. I imagine it would be his last season. Incredibly wide. Here's another catamaran which you can go on. Might be a bit choppy and a bit miserable today, so might give that a miss. Nowhere near as wide as Rafa's.
This is the one that we had the advert for, this moonfish.
Oh yeah. And then we have got a little beach here in Porto Cristo, but it's not the weather for the beach. I don't think it's weather to go on the boats, but there's a bit of a queue here. They really wanted to go out on the boat today. Getting spots of rain again. And there's somebody actually swimming in the sea over there. So it's actually, this time of the year, it is actually quite mild in the water, whether it's raining or not.
So got the beds on the beach.
There's one of these boats, cruise boats, glass bottom boats coming round now. Sea Adventures. Doesn't actually feel windy, it's just raining. Sea Adventure. Does seem high out of the water, doesn't it? Family at the front, because they're almost the only passengers on board.
There are some people inside.
We've got some of the, yeah, there's one or two at the back, but not many people at all. Not paid its way today, I'm afraid. So we're going to make our way up to the town now. Oh, and there's a lot of steps, so we climb them first. And just in case we didn't know exactly where we were, we're in Porto Cristo. From here you can see why it's such a sheltered harbour. The harbour runs all the way down there. It goes on and on and on. But to get into it, you've got to come around this wall, and that's protected by the narrow entrance there. So it'd be very unfortunate to have any storms that had any effect very much on the boats down here. So I guess they're particularly sheltered. The issue will be, I suppose, if the wind is in this direction, it might push the water into this bay, and that might be causing the rise in the sea. The bridge that we went over at the beginning. Nice little beach, sandy beach, but not much use on a day like today when it's a bit... Because the rain seems to have stopped though now, but the skies are grey. And overlooking this bay, we've got this magnificent house. I wonder who could possibly get a permission to build a house like that right by the sea. Not easy, I don't think. Of course, it's Rafa Nadal.
Somebody in the sea down there.
This is Rafa's boat, an 80-foot catamaran. Sun's come out now, and it's a little bit better for walking. Even some blue sky up there. There's still the odd spot of rain. Porto Cristo's a little bit hilly, look. We just drove down there actually. Cool cars and bikes. So a nice little park area there for children to play and for adults to sit and watch the world go by. Some trees for shade. There's Anita. She hasn't bought anything yet. She's doing well.
Well, parasol should have had, shouldn't I?
You should. Well, you got your brolly.
I've got to leave with Porto Cristo on.
What have you got there? Olive oil. Well, we found the church. I'm not sure this is the church that was in the photos we were looking at earlier. It's got a nice tower and a clock. It says Valencia on it. The time's right, is it? 10 past? Yeah, more or less. So this is the site of the original church, but it was enlarged from the 1890s when it was inaugurated. It got enlarged and was finished really into its present state in 1949, so much later. Unfortunately the door's closed, so we can't go in to have a look, but it provides some steps for Anita to sit on. Don't know why, because there's loads of benches around here. Look, it's even a little children's park, and a beautiful view down to the sea. Well, we found a little bar overlooking the sea, overlooking Rafa's house. I've got my shandy, and this is on the water. She must have had too much cava at lunch, at breakfast.
Too much. Many coffees.
Magst du weiß, wo wir hin müssen?
Well, we've had a nice little bit of refreshment, and we're going to head back to the car and then off to the caves. And the sun's beginning to come out a little bit, so it's quite pleasant. A little bit breezy, but we'll have a nice little walk around Porto Cristo. So thanks very much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video. Bye for now. Bye. Noticing how busy the restaurants are down here. They look pretty full to me. We're going back to the car and then off to the caves, so see you later.